Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just finished having a little breakfast. I am super excited about this week of school. This is week 5 for us. Yay, week 5 of homeschooling. And I've got my lesson plans up for the week. So this will be the first time I actually kind of go through what we're going to do over the course of this week. So I decided, just to break up the monotony a little bit. We've been doing 25 spelling words, fourth, fifth, sixth grade words. Last week we focused on time, so we had words like chronological and coincide and things like that. But this week I decided that we're going to focus on the seven principles of Nguzu Saba. And these are the principles that you typically hear around the holidays associated with Kwanzaa. But I decided that, we're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling on these things and start to incorporate this language into our vernacular, if you will. So we're going to talk about Umoja, Kujichagulia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kumba, as well as Imani this week. Excited about that. Our vocabulary expansion is going to include developing a diagram where we utilize the symbols, the words, as well as their definitions. We're going to write a paragraph explaining what each one of those words means. We're going to have conversation with family and friends pertaining to 2 or 3 of the principles. We're going to link the principles with some of the African and African American historical figures, as well as current figures that we've already discussed. Of course, we'll do 5 times each. We'll read an online article that pertains to the principles. And so that'll be how we kind of expand our vocabulary. Let's see, in terms of our field trip and research this week, we're going to head out to something I just found out about. It's the J.J. Moore Visitors, Archives, and Family Life Center. They're actually the only visitor center in the state that has an Afro and African American focus. So we're going to head there, check out the archives, see what kind of pictures we can find. I've developed a few questions to kind of guide our visit there. And then we're also going to head to the Hampton University Museum to complete a self-guided tour. So we're going to find some artifacts and take some pictures while we're there. Free museum there at Hampton University. So I just thought that would be a great opportunity to kind of tie together our learning. In terms of our reading this week, we are going to read Trombone Shorty. This is the story of, you guys probably know him, Trombone Shorty. He's around 31 years old. Incredible story. So we're going to read that story out of our African American Sheroes and Heroes book. We are going to read and complete comprehension activities on Malcolm X this week. I picked up something new at the Nigerian festival this weekend, something called African Fables. I love these little stories. They are hilarious, but they are on point. Let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to share. Oh, so in art, we're going to complete our vision board. We are also going to paint pumpkins this week. That is actually something that we've never done. And Nature's asked every year, can you get pumpkins? Can you get pumpkins? So I picked up 2. They were on sale, $3.49 at Trader Joe's. So I got a couple this weekend. In jazz, we're going to talk about, or in music, we're going to talk about jazz and how many elements. In Spanish, we're going to review grammar and action, focusing on numbers, times, and seasons. We're going to complete a project in Spanish this week where we're going to kind of divide up the 4 seasons on a sheet of paper. We're going to talk about everything that pertains to spring, so the months that fall in spring, the weather patterns for spring, etc. So that'll be kind of how we visualize our Spanish activity for this week. And that is it. In grammar, we are continuing. We're working on our 5-paragraph essay in grammar, and Nature opted to do her first book report, which is a 5-paragraph essay on Whoopi Goldberg's book, Sugar Plum Ballerinas, Dancing Divas. And so we started the outline last week. We're going to finish the outline this week. And we're also going to move into beginning to actually write the 5-paragraph essay. So I wanted to kind of show you a few of those things that I've been using. That Whoopi Goldberg series is phenomenal. really engaging. Also, these Who Is books, we've got 4 or 5 of these. These are great. We've got the Who Is George Washington Carver. We've got Who Is Harriet Tubman. We have What Are the Great Pyramids at Giza. So great way to kind of engage your learner, your student, your child, your children. And so that is what we have going on for this week. I know I didn't talk about math, but in math we're working on greatest common factor, factor trees, and least common multiple. So that'll be fun too. In science, we'll be choosing an experiment. Oh, let me show you this before we go. Picked up this book. I believe I ordered this book off Amazon. This was like a Christmas gift 2 years ago. And Nature really, really enjoyed some of the activities in here. So Everything Kids Science Experiments book. Hands-on science, but it also gives you an opportunity to discuss the scientific method, define some science-related vocabulary, and get through those science standards of learning that are part and parcel of the standard curriculum. So thanks for joining us. We're going to have a great week. I'll send some relevant updates later on. Have a good one.